Namaste students. Now today's class you are going to study about the one more system which is present inside our body, that is endocrine system. Our nervous system controls and coordinates the functioning of different body parts and organs. Similarly, our endocrine system brings coordination by means of chemical regulators called hormones. The complexities of our bodily activities are extensive. Thus, they require to be regulated in such a manner that every activity takes place at the right time in the proper order. For example, thyroxine. It stimulates the metabolic rate, which proves essential for normal growth and development. While regulation carried out in this manner is conducted to some extent by the nervous system. It is also induced by chemical regulators known as hormones. Now we can going to study about the importance of these endocrine glands and what are the difference between the nervous control and hormonal control, and what is the meaning of this endocrine system, and what are the main properties of these hormones. Now we can study main differences between the hormonal control and nervous control. First one, in the hormonal control, it is usually slow. The controlling with the help of the hormone, it is usually slow, but in the nervous control, it is rapid or immediate control. Second, in hormonal control, transmitted chemically through blood. Hormones are nothing but is a chemicals, it transmitted with the help of the blood. In nervous control, transmitted electrochemically through the nerve fibers and chemically across synapses. It transmitted electrochemically, exchange of the ions takes place, and in the nerve fibers it takes place, and chemically across the synapses. It requires some chemicals to exchange the to pass these messages. So your detailed study is there in another chapter. Next, in hormonal control affects different organs. In the nervous control, it affects only the particular muscles or the glands. Here hormones, it affects the different organs, but in the nervous control, it affects the only particular muscles or glands. Next, effect is short term or long lasting. Here hormonal effect is either it may be the short time or it may be the long time. In nervous, effect is only short time. Its effect is only in a short time. For example, if you touch the hot substances, immediately we are withdrawing our fingers. So that is the short time control, and that effect is only for our muscles which are present in our fingers region. But hormonal control effect is different organ, and effect is either it may be the short term or it may be the long term. Fifth one, can affect the growth. Yeah, hormone can affect our growth, and nervous control cannot affect our growth. Can bring about specific chemical changes and regulates metabolism. Yeah, hormone can bring some of the specific chemical changes in our body, and it regulates our metabolism. In nervous control, does not influence chemical changes and cannot regulate metabolism. Next, cannot be modified by learning from previous experience. Yeah, hormonal control, so we cannot modify our behavior by the previous experience. But in the nervous control, can be modified to some extent by learning from previous experience. For example, a small baby is touching the fire first time. The baby will get hurt in the fingers region. If next time baby if see the fire, it is not touching that fire again, because it will remember what will happen if touch the fire, what will happen. He already learned that one. He will remember that one. So he next time he is not going to touch that fire. So means his behavior we can be modified. But in the hormonal control, we cannot be modified by the previous experience. Next, what are these hormones? Hormone is a secretion from some glandular part of the body which is poured directly into the blood and which acts on the target organs or cells of the same individual, bringing about coordination between distinct parts of the body. Hormones are nothing but it is the chemicals. It is secreted by a special type of glands, and this secretion is directly poured into the bloodstream, and with the help of the blood it will go to the particular target organs or the cell. So in that target organ or cell it brings some of the changes or it brings the coordination. So that is called as a hormones. Hormones are chemical messengers or information molecules secreted by the special type of glands. That glands are called endocrine glands. If a specific part is nothing but it is a target organ or cell, it shows the effect only for the target organ or the cells, and these are the chemical regulators. Hormones are the chemical regulators. Next, endocrine glands. The majority of the hormones are secreted by the special glands known as endocrine glands, which means to secrete internally. This comprises of a group of ductless glands that secrete hormones directly into the blood to be transported to the site of action. Since the endocrine glands do not have any ducts for transportation of their secretions, they are also called ductless glands. Endocrine glands are also called as ductless glands. Here in our body we can see the two types of the glands. One is endocrine glands and is the exocrine glands. Endocrine glands main function is secretes the hormones. Exocrine gland it secretes the enzymes. And endocrine gland is called ductless glands and exocrine gland is called duct gland. Now what is this duct? Duct is nothing but it is a special channel. Through that channel the water secretion is there, it will goes to the particular organs or target cell. But here in the endocrine glands it is a ductless glands. You can just imagine in our home the water tank is there. The water from the water tank it supplies to the different parts of our home. How it will supplies? It supplies with the help of this water pipe. Without the water pipe, the water will not supply to the different parts of our home. Here the water pipe acts as a duct. But in the endocrine gland, here the gland secretes a chemical. That chemical will not pass with the help of the channel. How the in a water pipe is there? So like that here channel is not there. Water pipe like structure is not there. So whatever the secretion is there from the endocrine gland, it directly goes to the blood. Through the blood it supplies to the different parts of the body. But endocrine gland does not having a special channel or special duct. That's why it is called as a ductless gland. But you can come to the exocrine gland, it is called as a duct gland. Here whatever the secretion is there in the exocrine gland, with the help of the special channel it goes to the particular body organs. It not directly pour into the bloodstream, it through the particular body, through the particular channel, through the particular duct, it passes into the particular body organs. That is a difference between the endocrine and exocrine gland. Endocrine gland is a ductless gland and it secretes a hormone. That hormone is directly poured into the blood stream. Next, endocrine system. The endocrine system is a group of glands and organs that acts as the body's control system for producing, storing and secreting chemical substances called hormones. These hormones are directly secreted into the bloodstream to allow for chemical coordination in the body. In a coordinate manner, they stimulate each other and work as a system of organs which is together called endocrine system. The specific organs where the hormones act are called the target organs. In which organ the hormones will act, that organ is called target organ. The blood contains all the hormones, but the cells of the target organ pick up only the hormones specific to it, and it ignores the all other hormone. Here, a single organ will not accept all the hormones. Which hormones it require, that hormones only it picks, and it ignore the remaining hormones. Or by means of a specific protein called receptor. In the target organ, there is a specific protein is there, that is called a receptor. With the help of the receptor, which hormones it requires, that hormones only it receives, and to reject the remaining hormones. The functioning of endocrine system is controlled by the nervous system. So here endocrine system and nervous system, it works together. These two systems when works together, that is called neuroendocrine system. Here endocrine system and nervous system works together. So that system is called neuroendocrine system. Next, general properties or general characteristics of hormones. First one, hormones are secreted from their source directly into the blood. The hormones are secreted by the endocrine gland and they are directly poured into the bloodstream. Second, they regulate the physiological process by chemical means. They affect the enzyme systems of the body. Here hormones are chemical messengers. They are made up of chemicals. So they regulate the physiological process. Means some of the process takes place in our body, that is called as a physiological process. So it regulates the physiological process with the help of the chemicals. Next, they act on target organs or cells usually away from their source. These hormones act on a particular organs or cells, but they act away from their source. It will not act near to that glands. Which gland secretes near to that glands, it won't act. It acts away from that glands. Next, hormones produced in one species usually show similar influence in other species. Hormones which are produced in one species, same effect will show the hormones which are produced in the another species, same hormones. So hormones produced in one species usually shows similar influence in other species. For example, growth hormone is released. The growth hormone, its main function is it regulates the growth. So the same effect we can see in the other species also. Next, they are produced in very small quantities and are biologically very active. Hormones are produced in a very small quantity, but they are very active. Next, chemically, some hormones are made up of peptides, that is proteins, for example insulin, and which are water soluble, and some are made up of amines, that is derived from the amino acids, for example adrenaline, and some are made up of steroids, that is derived from the cholesterol, example testosterone. So here the chemically hormones are made up of either proteins or amino acids or steroids. amino acids or amines, or it may be made up of steroids. You can see the enzymes. Enzymes is made up of only proteins. Here hormones are made up of either proteins, amino acids or steroids, but enzymes, they are only made up of proteins. Next, there's excess or deficiency both may lead to serious consequences. If the hormones are secreted in more amount of, or if the hormones are secreted in a less amount, in both the condition, it shows the some of the deficiency in our body. If secrete is more amount also dangerous, if secrete less amount also dangerous to our body. And secretion of excess amount is called as hypersecretion or oversecretion. If secrete in less amount, that is called as hyposecretion or undersecretion. If the secrete in more amount is called hypersecretion and or oversecretion. If the secrete in less amount is called hyposecretion or undersecretion. Next, hormones are not stored in the body and are excreted from the system. Yeah, hormones are not stored in our body. After when it required, then it's secreted. After the function, it will excreted from the our body. So it will not store in any one of the cell, or it will not store in any one of the glands. So these are the main properties of the hormones. In exam, they may ask to write the differences between the hormones and enzymes. In that condition, hormones are secreted by endocrine gland, enzymes are secreted by exocrine gland. Hormones are made up of either proteins or amines or steroids. Enzymes are made up of proteins. So this is a major difference you can write between the hormones and enzymes. Or they may ask to write the difference between the endocrine gland and exocrine gland. In that condition, endocrine gland, so it is a ductless gland. Exocrine gland, it is a duct gland. Endocrine gland secretes the hormones and exocrine gland secretes the enzymes. Today's class, we have studied about the differences between the hormonal control and nervous control, as well as definition of hormones and endocrine glands also, as well as you have studied about the endocrine system, and you have studied the general properties of hormones. So here difference between the hormonal control and nervous control is important, and sometimes they may ask to write the difference between the endocrine gland or exocrine gland or hormones and enzymes.